What's up, world? Welcome to a new episode of the Brandon Janeau Show. As you already know, I am Brandon Janeau, and shout out to my family, Urban Boulevard, BLVD.US. That is where you can find their website and all their amazing apparel. They are closing, clothing company. You can go there, Urban Boulevard, BLVD.US, and find all of the amazing clothes that they have. And if you buy something, then if you listen to this show, and if this is your first time, use the code Brandon.30. That's Brandon.30 for 30% off of your purchase. Let's get to it. Hope you guys have been having a great weekend. Hope you have a better day, week coming in. Um, and So I wanted to get this out the. I want to do my episodes tonight because I don't know what time when I'm gonna be able to do another episode or two this week. But my schedule's now starting to get kind of like all out of whack. But it is what it is. I wouldn't change it for the world. But do two episodes, and this is the first one. So this is episode, I want to say 19 of season 5, but this is 194 of my podcast. Um, and something I've been dreading for, whew, wow, 3 years. I just did before I even hit the record button. I had Zoom on, but I didn't hit the record button. Thank the Lord. Um, so I went and listened to my first episode I ever did. Closing on 200 episodes is why I want to go do it pretty much. And I just wanted to hear, what I sound like, if I've grown, if I'm just as lost as I was then, on how to do this shit. It clearly 3 years, and in 3 years you should be better. You should. I don't know. I can't say I have, but and just listening to the episode, it it's only 3 minutes and like 40 some seconds, but um I was nervous. I'm not like I am. Well, that has changed. I'm not like how I am now. Um, I didn't know what it was gonna be. To be honest with you, I put out my first episode September 19th, 2019. I literally say in the episode that I was just listening to, I don't know what I'm gonna be in 5 years. I don't know if this. I said I don't know if I'm gonna be dead because at that time I was in a really bad depression. I don't know if I'm gonna be dead. I don't know if I'm going to be in jail because I was in a really bad depression. And if somebody would have, I might have killed myself, but I was gonna fuck up somebody. And or this could probably work. Something I've been saying for as long as I've been doing this is that I've been wanting to do this. And listening to that episode, it just redefined what that meant. I said in the episode particularly is that um I just finally got to the point where I just want to do stuff for me, and I wanted to do things that I wanted to have fun with. And this is something that I've always wanted to do and have fun with. And in 3 years, who would have known? September is coming up really fast. Um, but 3 years, who would have known that I would be not only still doing this, but doing it at a pretty good pace. I mean, I'm a co-host of 3 shows. I got this show. I do interviews with artists that I never thought I'd ever get a chance to do interviews with. I got um, people hit me up and ask me to do, build, team up with them and interview people for them, and their company and stuff. And shout out to Culture TV podcast. But they just want to do work with me, and it's a different type of energy. It's crazy as hell, and I think that for who I am as a person, I've never once had a chance to. One second, hold on. Damn ice cream truck. Sorry about that. But I didn't want to get into the sound. But I remember when I was a kid and the ice cream truck used to come and I used to hear that shit. Oh my god, I used to run out my fucking house. Holy shit. Like everybody in the hood. Everybody in the hood. That shit used to come on Orleans Avenue at like 5 o'clock. Summer you still outside playing and shit. You don't feel like going in. You run in there real quick, try to get some money. Go back outside, get it like the cheapest fucking shit out the ice cream truck you could find and shit. Um, but getting back to what I was saying, but I've been putting off that episode for a long time. Because I'm not who I am. I was then, and I think and this is me overthinking shit. I think if I w- I thought if I went back and listened to that episode, I would realize that I'm not as good as I haven't grown um, at doing this. I haven't grown as a podcaster. I haven't grown as a person, and I haven't grown as a human being because that was such a yes, a liberating time in my life, but it was a very dark time in my life. It wasn't the best fucking time ever. It was a very dark time in my life, and I wasn't happy. And I'm still not happy, but I know now what happy is. And at that time, I thought I needed extra shit to be happy. I needed to be in a relationship. I needed to have a car. I thought I needed to be on my own. I thought I needed a lot of shit. And for two of those things, I do need, but it's not to be happy. That's just for me to be at peace with the person I've become. And I didn't know that then. I didn't know that then. I put up that episode for a long time, and I don't know why I wanted to go listen to it to make it seem like it changed something in my mind. And I didn't know it was that short, to be honest with you. I thought I actually spoke for a long time, but it was actually like, and then I forget how shy I was at that time in my life too. And hell, you go look at certain podcasts I was on at the beginning. I didn't talk at all. I was shy as shit. And I would say around, ironically enough, around the first time my brother Arce interviewed me, that's when I kind of got out of the you can't be shy and timid shit. You gotta go. And that was the first interview I think I felt comfortable enough to like be myself on. And I did interviews before then, but that was like the first one I did. Of course, like I always say, shout out to Pat, Podcastagram, uh, Man Cave, Delp. Like I did other shit. Francisco, shout out to my brother Francisco, frankly Francisco. Like I did other shit, but it wasn't to that point at that time in my life where I was still like I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Even at that time, even though I had done so many things, and so many people were giving me props and telling me, so many people were giving me props and telling me how good I was and how good I could become and all those things. But it wasn't until that interview because it was spur of the moment. It was spur of the moment, but just me and him talking, and I think that kind of and it's fucking ironic that that's one of the people I got a show with now, and it's doing great. For us, I can't speak for everybody, but it's doing great for us. um, And it's just that, you know, and I think relating back to the first episode I ever did, and it literally says in the fucking title, my first, my very first episode with speaker. It's literally the title of the fucking episode. And I was a newbie. Shut up. Don't judge me. Fuck y'all. um, and for something I always wanted to do, it didn't feel right at home at first. And for damn near now 200 episodes, close to 200 episodes, this would be 194. I've realized, just like in my real life, you get cool with the circle that you feel more established with. You get cool with the people that you already generally have like a real connection with. The people that you know that can joke with you. They can make a joke about you, but also joke with you. And that's what I've learned in these 3 years is that my first year of doing a podcast, I didn't have a single soul. I didn't have anybody. I didn't know anybody. Second year last year, um, that I started doing when I was in it, that's when I kind of established the foundation of what this is. And then the third year, this year, third year going into third year, pretty much my third year doing this now. Um, we're now building on that foundation. And I say we because that's exactly what it is. My family that I have in this industry, in this podcast world, is very, 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 very important to me. And it's not because I have to, not because I have to tell them like truths or anything about myself. It's because I feel like no matter what, even if I did, they wouldn't judge me off of it. They make jokes about it, but they won't judge me off of it. And I think that's the thing. And it's just like in real life. The reason why I don't have so many friends in this world is because it's hard to keep up with people when y'all all are going on different paths. And it's hard to kind of keep up with people that you may see the good in them, but they don't see the good in you. And it's hard. And just like I said, just like real life, you find out in the podcast world the same fucking reality. You find out that there's certain things in this thing that you're cool with, but you will never necessarily go put yourself in. Like that's awesome. I like it. That's cool. I promote it. I help you, but I'm not physically gonna do it with you. That's crazy. Fuck no. Because I see what you do. I see the situations you bring, and it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. And you learn that as the time goes on, just like real life. You set boundaries. You find out what you will let go and what you won't. What you will ease up off of. Like you'll ease up off the gas on certain things, but not all the fucking things. Like that's crazy. What I knew then that this would be what would happen, I said it with optimism, but I didn't fucking think it was gonna happen. And like I've said numerous times on my podcast or anybody's podcast that I've done, from the first time I did, uh, my, interview with JR, WV Uncommonplace, to my brother RSA, to being on, Bet the House with Smash, to me and Lingo from For Too Many podcasts. Anytime I dope everybody, like every time I've been on a interview and they ask me this question of like what like how you like what keeps you going, and it's just like if I don't do nothing else, if I don't do this, then I got nothing else. I really don't know what to do after this, and that's the thing. And it's just that as that simple. In 3 years, I've realized that I'm I found I found what I'm supposed to do. The jury and the judge are still out on will this last forever? Because nothing lasts fucking forever. Nothing in this world lasts forever. I will be gone one day. The people I'm talking to that's gonna listen to this and watch this, you gonna be gone one day until they find a fucking something that could just completely keep you from dying. If you literally find a fountain of motherfucking youth, if that's a real thing, then yeah, great job. But you're probably not gonna be here forever, and this is not gonna be here forever. And that's what I think I kept being afraid of when I was putting off that episode, because it's not about if this could last forever. It's not about if it can last forever. It's me coming to terms with the idea of if I don't try and at least see if it can last forever, did I really live my life? See, this is not like a diary to me. Yeah, I just said a diary. Kiss my ass. This is a diary to me because I'm literally divulging everything I want to say. Good, bad, right, wrong, con could be controversial to some, or it could be just straight up like lame to some. But either way it goes, it's me. And I think at the end of the day, what I've learned in the last 3 years, 194 episodes, darn closer to 200, is the fact that just like that first episode, I'm still optimistic. I think that's what I was afraid of more so than any of it was, will I still sound not yes, afraid, but I still sound afraid, but be so fucking happy, so happy. Not happy. I hate saying happy, but will I be afraid, but also very, very appreciative of the fact that I can look forward to what can happen. And I'm here to tell everybody, yes, I put off that episode for years. For 3 years, I never went back and listened to it. And I'm happy I did it today. That Brandon Janeau is not the same Brandon Janeau that's talking right now. But it's see, that's the thing that I've always had a little bit of that that thing in my head when it comes to certain things. I feel like that's the one thing. Is like that's the one thing I kind of contemplate on. It is, am I still that same kid? And I am. I am that same kid. And I know I am. I'm not stupid. I know I am. I know I'm still that same kid because just as much as I do this and I'm better at it, I still have the same fears. So I hope you guys, if you could, go back to your first episodes and re-listen to them, because you would be like, "Wow, I've grown," but you might also be like, Shit, okay, I still got some work to do," and that's the one thing I always want to do. I don't ever want to feel like I'm comfortable in this podcast world. The reason why I feel like if you once you get comfortable, you get stagnant. You get too damn like I could do no wrong. I could drop anything and it's gonna sell. No, you don't want to run into that situation because you will never get out of that situation. So at the end of the day, um, I'm happy I put off that first episode today. Getting close to 200 is starting to make me realize I did something right because I kept going and I didn't quit. Who knew? I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and I'll talk to you guys soon.